night football in the Ninja A-League, and it's set to be a star-studded clash as two Melbourne teams face off, featuring a recalled Matildas striker up against the newest Tilly's goalkeeper. It's ladder leaders Melbourne City defending their turf against the rising force of Western United at Control Cyber Pitch in round 20 of the Ninja A-League. My name is Kate Allman. It's a pleasure to be joining you from Melbourne City's home ground, where the crowd is coming out in force. The Stars will be out later on this evening in the sky and now on the pitch as we welcome out both teams. Melbourne City headlined by sharpshooter Holly McNamara, trying to do something historic here tonight, matching a club record of 18 games undefeated through the A-League and through the Asian Champions League Women's earlier in the season. If anyone can stop them, it might be Western United. They've never lost a game to City in their existence in the league since 2022. And backed by the strength of Tilly's shot stopper Chloe Lincoln in goals, they are here to continue their rise up the ladder. Let's take a look at how the home side's lining up. Coming off a nervous 1-1 draw against Victory over the weekend, they'll seek to keep the unbeaten streak alive, with Briley Henry cleared to return after missing the last 4 games with concussion. She starts on the bench. Policina is going to start after starting on the bench previously. And TJ Vlanich moves to the bench while Leah Davidson drops out of the matchday squad. Well, there's a player who's going to have a massive impact if the unbeaten streak continues today. Holly McNamara recalled to the Matildas squad for the first time since returning from her 3rd ACL injury. She was named for the She Believes Cup that's coming up in a couple of weeks in the US. She has not featured in the Matildas since 2022 when she played at the AFC Asian Cup, and she's been instrumental in the A-League since she returned to the pitch in round 6, immediately creating scoring opportunities, 3 goals, and we expect to see her big up the front today. Western United coming off a win against the Wanderers. They scored twice in the first 10 minutes, so they want to start aggressive again. Amy Medwin is going to help that. She's starting up the front after creating impact last week off the bench. Catherine Zimmerman, meanwhile, suffered a broken collarbone in last week's match against the Wanderers. She'll be out for 4 to 6 weeks. We hope her recovery goes well. And there's no other changes to this lineup today. Well, speaking of Matildas, there's another one of the youngest and the freshest goalkeepers in the Tilly's squad. She is one of the best in between the sticks, called up for the She Believes Cup as well. She only debuted in December, so she made a strong start, obviously impressed selectors, and it will be fascinating to watch how she goes up against her Tilly's teammate, Holly McNamara, who no doubt be trying to get behind her in goals. There's the head coach of Melbourne City, Michael Matucciani. He endured a bit of a scare last week. The unbeaten streak was in jeopardy against Victory, but he praised his side's character for the come-from-behind win. They played until the final whistle, and the strength of his team is how they keep grinding and finding a way. They always find a way to win, and that's what set them at the top of the table. Thank you to our referee today, Rebecca Durkow. She's assisted by Delphina Shakespeare and Averil Beecham. And our 4th official is Courtney Van Diesen. Well, Kat Smith is hoping her team can bring more consistency in aggression and high pressure. She doesn't want to give City any chances to get ahead early, as they are so clinical finishing when they're early up. So we're underway. It's Melbourne City headlined by their Tilly striker, Holly McNamara, coming up against Western United. Western United with the first touches through their star striker. Chloe Lagazzo has a ping straight into the back of Letitia McKenna. Now, Western United have never lost a game to Melbourne City. If anyone is going to take down the ladder leaders, the unbeaten ladder leaders, Western United might be the bogey team for City. An early corner set up here for Grace Meyer to take so soon into the match, 40 seconds in fact. First opportunity for United to go up. Handballed away by the keeper, Mires, and the header couldn't be redirected to goal. So early chances for Western United. Of course, Lagazo, a Matilda in her own right, in previous campaigns, has suffered a few niggling injuries recently. Didn't get named in the recent squad list. High pressure coming. Mires has to send it through the middle. Bit of aerial ping pong. Western United come up with it. Oh, heavy contact with Taylor Otto. Otto's going to recollect it at the back. Polisena. Ma. Grace Ma, who scored a spectacular Olympico against Perth Glory a couple of weeks ago. Vice captain, one of the team's best and the league's best. Sarah Eggersvik tries to recollect it. It's City's turn to attack with aggression. There's Chloe Lincoln, the Tilly's keeper. And she gets her team a little bit of breathing room. Now, Western United, they have found a run of form. They're 4 games unbeaten, and in the new year, they look like a team redefined under Kat Smith. McNamara, her first touches, uses Polisena, receives back. Holly Mack loves this position, one-on-one with the keeper. She didn't finish, second attempt, and that time she does. Holly McNamara wastes absolutely no time in finishing and scoring for Melbourne City. They're 1-0 up. Well, you cannot let Holly Mack get in and behind the defence. This was just too easy, and she's been in this position one-on-one with the keeper so often. She finishes on the first, but had the precision to recollect when the keeper saved it and just safely put it away behind Lincoln. There is the first clash of the two Matildas strikers, and if that's anything to go by, Lincoln's going to have some tough training sessions against this Holly Mack. She is incredible. So early in this game, it's Melbourne City 1, Western United 0. United try to return serve up the other end. Have to go through the defence of City and Apostolakis. Curling ball, Taranto looked for a header. She's so good at those usually. Floated to the back post, but just couldn't collect it. Adriana Taranto, obviously headline news for her, has been such great form since she returned after her ACL with just 10 months on the bench in rehab. Most players take a lot longer. Melissa Taranto, her twin, comes through, finds Medwin. Can't keep it in. Both teams are in a really tough time of the season, having to compete in this midweek clash and then again on the weekend, coming off matches on the weekend. 3 matches in the space of just over a week. Speckmeyer drives down the line, can't keep it inside. You do wonder how much the conditioning of the players is going to come into effect. It is a cooler day than we imagined it would be, and this game was scheduled to take place yesterday in 35+ degree heat. Mid-20s this evening and a lot kinda on the body. Sasha Grove. Taranto takes a nice turn under pressure. Steps inside, over the top, trying to find Medwin. Medwin can't quite collect it. Mariana Speckmeyer sends one inside to Holly Mack. Speckmeyer with a special goal last week that kept him in the game in final closing minutes against Victory. Tangle ensues in the middle, and it's a chance now for Melbourne City to go again, and it was too good to be true. Called offside. I think a couple of players actually got in behind there. There's the collision with Laura Hughes. And it was Ross Barkin who took the run forward a little too quickly. Apostolakis in a dangerous spot as Grace Meyer tries. In fact, it was Johnson. Taranto tries to step around. Lovely footwork. Taranto goes from distance and sends one behind the netting. But that had enough power and pace on it to certainly make its way through to the goal. Unfortunately, precision wasn't quite there. Western United putting that high pressure on that was promised by Kat Smith as part of the game plan. Here they come, Medwin. A little too high once more. Plenty of physicality already in this match. Taranto and Policina getting tangled up there. Dangerous ball out. They go through the middle and find Stott on the edge. Apostolakis over the top. Almost a handball, not quite. Lourdes Bosch comes up with it, and it's turned over.
That's you, Holly. That's you, Holly. Good. Vinny, look inside.
Apostolakis gets applause from the crowd for her work in defence. She's been crucial for this Melbourne City team. They're so good at scoring, but defence is what is winning them so many games. Taranto on the march against three blue players. Can't keep it in. And there's just a glimpse of the speed of Melissa Taranto. Her third season at Western United alongside her sister. Scored last week, well over the weekend against the Wanderers. Creates opportunities. By the sounds of things, the Melbourne City fans have turned out in force for this Wednesday night clash, which you'd love to hear. Here they go again. Sarah Eggersvik. Try to find Taranto and Lagazzo on the side. Lagazzo battling against Rosbach and wins it. They'll get a throw in. Sardo, throw in to the feet of Taranto. Hassled and won by McKenna for a moment. Speckmeyer can't get it out. Western United will just hold the ball for a moment. Down the line to Sardo, couldn't collect her. In front of the Western United travelling fans. A good turnout there on the sideline. Policina, left boot forward into the air, looking for McNamara. McNamara in space, her favourite place to be. Got to beat a couple. She waits for reinforcements, tries a bit of fancy footwork and opts to go backwards. Speckmeyer in control. Short pass. Holly Mack gets it back. She's got to beat two. Goes instead to Policina. They get the back line involved now. American Taylor Otto and the captain Stott launches one into a dangerous region. Polisena can chip it over, but can't get the direction right. Pressure is on at both ends of the park so far. Just a little long on the assist here. Good defence by Western United, scrambling. Apostolakis is going to take the second corner. Now they scored off the first corner. Here comes number 2. Under 12 minutes in. Just being recalled by Rebecca Durkow, our referee. Here we go again. Apostolakis. From the set piece. It's short. Headed away. Still a chance. McKenna and Hughes. Otto sends one into space and nobody home. Well, Western United are one of the best teams, in fact, from scoring off set pieces. They score 40% of set pieces to goals, whereas City, their set pieces, just 17% end up as goals. So that first goal will help that percentage and increase the stats there. Long ball forward for United, and a little too long. As Melina Meirez, the Spanish goalkeeper, takes her time recollecting. Her first season at Melbourne City, an exceptional shot stopper. Part of the reason, no doubt, why they are undefeated. Kat Smith doesn't look too concerned early days, but she did say she really wanted to keep them in the game early, and 1 goal early is not part of the plan. Taranto turns the Jets on, turns upfield to Lagazzo. Really nice piece of play between those two. Eggersvik has to go backwards to go forwards. Lagazzo wasn't watching there, but fortunately looked up just in time to receive from Taranto and thread it backwards to Ma. Sideline. Ball to Medwin, crossing ball, and it's put away by Stott. Nice one by Ma. Cross over the top, headed away by Otto. Eggersvik. Crouch, marching her on. Sardo. Now Lagazzo from distance. And again, off target. Western United have had 3 or 4 opportunities from that distance that have not been on target. This one had to go through a crowd, so a difficult one to get on target. But will earn them a corner. So 40% of their set pieces end up in goal. Taranto, Adriana, is going to kick it in. Try to level things up here. Adriana Taranto to level things up. High ball to the back post. It got Stott first. Nearly got to Grace Ma, but Melina Mears is going to collect and run away with it. This was a really good delivery. Speckmeyer up the left side just to buy a bit of breathing room. Ball up in the air. Melina Meirez is going to have to chest that down. Not the optimum pass backwards. Fortunately, pressure is a little slow to come. Holly McNamara, nice collect. Finds Policina. And Policina with a lovely tackle to send it out in space. Can't connect, though, with her fellow strikers. This little tussle was impressive. Policina has such strength on the ball. She actually lost possession, then won it back. Melbourne City winning 8 duels, and Western United 7 so far. Matilda's goalkeeper, Chloe Lincoln, sets up her team at the other end of the park. Here comes Ross Barkin. Ross Barkin at pace. Had to collect it as Johnson was charging down. Got there first, Ross Barkin did really well against the pressure from Johnson. This gives Western United a chance to go in once more. Can they be clinical? That ball finding blue shirts first. Oh, miscommunication, and Egsvik comes up with it. Bagazo tried to find Medwin, charged it down and lost it.
Good recovery, Lo, it's okay. Next one.
Lourdes Bosch just being praised for the recovery there in defence. The Mexican-American midfielder joined on a 2-year deal, played college soccer and received first-team all-conference honours on multiple occasions. So a real international star that added to the city's strength already. Such a strong lineup. Medwin sends one long, straight to the goalkeeper.
Turn it face, let's have a look. Let's be watching.
Stott has to be careful here. Lagazo on her back. Melbourne City come away with it, and they're given the free kick as well. Yeah, late contact there with Taranto and Ross Barkin. Bosch. Tried to work around Grove, does so, really good pace, wins the battle, sends it forward for Holly McNamara. It's a repeat, Holly Mac ×2, can she do it? Not this time. Gee, that was a good save by Lincoln. Fool me once, but you won't fool me twice, says Chloe Lincoln to her Matilda's teammate. Really closed down the space just in time. There will be a corner kick. That was great play by Western United goalkeeper against one of the best strikers, not only in this league, but internationally. Here comes the cross. First to it was Western United. Hughes has a chance to go again, sends it into a dangerous area. Stott's going to chip it over the top and chip it out into the background. Just didn't have really enough time to direct this goalward. Sent it skyward instead.
Excellent, City, keep it up. Good teach, half and half teach. Bravo.
So Chloe Lincoln called up to the Matildas for the She Believes Cup. 1-1 with her Matildas teammate, Holly McNamara, at this stage. Holly Mac with the first goal. Accidental handball there. Western United get a free. 6 shots Western United have taken on goal. Melbourne City 5. Here's a look at that handball. The unfortunate one, Egsvik, looks like she was pushed in the back before the handball. That's what drew the free initially. Holly Mac looking to go into space again, 360. Tries to send it forward for Policina. Speckmeyer uses her pace and chases it down instead. Speckmeyer and De Harkers. They battle it out. Looks like it'll be a kick for Melbourne City once more. Corner kick. Really loving the crowd energy here at Control Cyber Park. Also enjoying the groundsman with the front row seat behind the corner flag. He was enjoying a Zupa-Duper earlier. Good day for one. Here comes the corner kick. Third one for Melbourne City. It's low this time. It's chaos in the box and sent away by United. Hughes back to Apostolakis. Second bite at the apple, headed away by Lagazzo. Why not send it back into the blender? Holly Mack's there. Out on the right wing in space. She's going to use her pace and skills. Tries to get around Taranto. Was she pulled down? Referee keeps the whistle in the pocket. And the ball gets out of danger for Western United.
Get her shape. Come. Alexia, come. Come. Let everyone get their shape. Let everyone get their shape. Ref. 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 Keep up. Keep up. Drinks, please. Come in. Come in.
So there'll be a drinks break now as we head into the 22nd minute of this game. It is still warm down there in Melbourne, down here in Melbourne, and we just heard from Matriciani, who is corralling his team to get their shape back and stay disciplined. Let's take a look at the previous attempt. Holly McNamara out in pace. This was the first, in fact. First strike wasn't there. Second was straight to the back of the net as Chloe Lincoln couldn't do much about that. Made the first save. This was the second time, and this battle between two Matildas has been so fun to watch already. Lincoln got up in time. That was a replay of the first, my apologies. And on the second occasion, Lincoln was able to save.
Doing super, well done.
She is so clinical in front of goal, Holly Mack. Almost automatic. If we can bring that kind of power into the Matildas, it is going to be a force to be reckoned with in the green and gold. Game restarted, quick drinks break. Western United looking to get back into this game. Both of these teams can score prolifically. Western United have 27 goals for, and only one beneath City with 28 goals for. Speckmeyer does a 360, finds Holly Mack, nice touch forward. Looking for Lourdes Bosch, who cannot quite keep it in. Gets a big cheer from the fans on the sideline anyway. Taranto steals it away for Western United. Through the midfield and a tussle. Lagazzo went to ground against Stott. Ramirez is going to give it back to the blue shirts. Shot on goal from distance. Oh my goodness me, Lagazzo gets one back for Western United. And it's all even here in Melbourne. Out of the blink of an eye, Chloe Lagazzo, you can't turn your eyes for a moment. What a shot. From way downtown, Chloe Lagazzo takes the opportunity, puts it away. Wow, that's clinical. So two Matildas on the scoreboard already in this match. Not in the current squad, Chloe Lagazzo, but possibly something for selectors to reconsider given that kind of strike. That's power, pace and precision, what all the other strikes were lacking. Straight on target. Bit of a clash there with Speckmeyer and Sato. Sato given a free kick as it was deemed a little too heavy, the contact. A little too late as well. Sato over the top, got the back of Taylor Otto's head. Trying to keep it in. Rossbakken. Western United over the top, trying to find Lagazzo again, and two players with a head collision. Lagazzo and Stott. The captains collide in the box. In fact, Lagazzo may have got the shoulder. Glanced off the shoulder of Rebecca Stott. It seems Chloe Lagazzo is in a much worse way than Stott, who has gotten up seeming to be okay, but Lagazzo's still on the turf currently. Physios are going to check her out. Take another look at it. It was earlier. I think the head actually collided with the shoulder before the ball really arrived. Certainly concern for Lagazzo, who has been plagued by injuries recently. It's good to see her get up with her own power. And she'll take a couple of moments on the sideline, but looks like she'll be okay. It's great to see.
City ball! We headed it away! We had the ball!
It'll be a drop ball, but there's certainly some contention about whose ball it should be. It will be given to Western United, and we're restarted, despite what the crowd might think. Medwin against Rossbakken. Rossbakken's going to go all the way back to Otto. Dangerous zone to be sending backward passes. United's pressure really hurting City now. Stott, got to be clinical. Lourdes Bosch being pulled backwards by Lagazzo. Calls for the free and earns it. Holly Mack works back into the midfield. Adriana Taranto taken down now. Really physical this game. A little bit of back and forth. Western United, they want to take the lead. Go ahead through Lagazzo. Immediately draws players like a magnet. Here's her sister, Mel Taranto. Grove. Nice bit of space out on the right for Western United. Can they use it? Holly's come back to defend, Holly McNamara. No way through there. City. Through Policina. Bosch directing traffic, needs someone outside her. There comes Apostolakis. Apostolakis still made her way through. Couldn't collect it. Grove hits it into Bosch. They're still working for it, City. And this might get Western United out in space. Taranto to Taranto. with Lagazzo on the end of it too. They're double up here. Taranto's just going to use her speed and can't get there. Taylor Otto with some gut running to get back and get there first. It was nothing between Taranto and the goalkeeper, Melina Mires. Second chance. Johnson had a swing, but straight to the goalkeeper. The away side support crew now getting a little vocal. Chip forward for Taranto, was looking for Lagazzo, and those two not on the same page. Short passes to long passes into the middle now. De Harkes tries to come up with it for Western United through Johnson. Medwin. Ross Barkin gets it out for Melbourne City. Taylor Otto came burning through to get to the ball first off Western United's throw in, but United will get another chance. Johnson stepped over it, gets it back. Eggersvik trying to find Sasha Grove. Got a little bit of space behind. Taranto has to be clever against Apostolakis. Gets around the back, finds Lagazzo, who's harangued by two. Lagazzo gets into space. Top of the box, decides to go around instead. Uses the short pass to Medwin. Medwin crossing ball to the hands of Melina Mires. And she wants to play quickly out from the back, straight to Holly McNamara, who loves being in this position. She's going to chase down Sasha Grove. Chloe Lincoln again comes face to face with McNamara. Taranto's going to slow it down for a second. Lagazzo. Taranto looking for an option, goes on the floor, through to Johnson. Nice touch out wide, has a ping from distance. Sardo nearly over the top of Mira's hands. Julia Sardo playing against her former side, Melbourne City. That would have been something special. Polisina has a swing through the air, meets Sasha Grove. Can't get around Taranto. Grove, got to be clever. Well done, nice foot skills. Gets through the midfield to Eggersvik. Eggersvik floats one over. Mires having a lot of touches in the last few moments. Oh no, Lagazzo at her feet. Mires, great save. Well, that was a pass gone wrong. Lagazzo pounced on it. Mires, really quick thinking, got down to it just in time. Momentum swinging here. Western United with the upper hand. Not for long, though. Holly McNamara, kick forward to herself. Sardo's going to go back and put Lincoln under pressure. Here comes Holly Mack. Just in time, clears it. Speckmeyer. Forward to Otto. Hughes. Bosch. Quick feet from Lourdes Bosch. It's worked. Crossing ball to Holly McNamara for the brace. She's automatic. Automatic Holly Mack, well and truly back into the Matildas, back on the scoreboard, her second of the day. All the legwork was done by Bosch with quick thinking and skills against Grove. Holly Mack just had to tap it in. She's always in the right place in the right time, and that is part of her power. Well, fast becoming a crowd favourite. If she's not already, Holly McNamara, remember that name as she hits the world stage for the She Believes Cup. So pressure back on Kat Smith and her side. 2-1 to Melbourne City. As we enter the final 10 minutes of the first half. Backward pass gone wayward. Has to deal with it, Melina Mires. Pressure has just ratcheted up a notch. Eggersvik got to turn on the ball. Go through the midfield. Grove gets it out in time. Taranto. Some of the quickest feet in the business. Grove. Backwards to Marr. Another chance. Oh, don't tell me. Holly McNamara's one-on-one once more. Holly McNamara! She can't be stopped. She won't be stopped. A hat trick for the recalled Matilda. In the space of 2 minutes, Holly McNamara back-to-back on the goals. In less than 40 minutes, 3 in her bag. This is incredible to watch. She just continues to rise after returning from 3 ACLs. Has scored and assisted in every game that she's entered. Unbelievable. There's the through ball. That was perfectly placed, really, for Holly to run onto it and just chip it over the top. Chloe Lincoln found herself in a difficult spot. Couldn't close down the space, also couldn't get back to defend it. So the decision by Holly McNamara to send one just lightly over the top was crucial. And I think that's what makes her so clutch. Decision-making under pressure. It's what separates the great from the best. Every single moment, she makes the right decisions. Totally calm under pressure. Speaking of pressure, it's just gone up a notch on Western United. Medwin is going to try and relieve it. Medwin takes a run through into the box. It's got to be dealt with by City. Taranto's there, though. Floats one back. Johnson. Johnson with the left boot. Meets the defense. Johnson, and that one takes the heat off it by a defender. When all the momentum felt it was going the way of Western United, City just have to get it forward to Holly McNamara, and she finishes every time. Lincoln gets away.
Come, Carly, come!
Michael Matriciani probably quite happy with the first half performance. He was a little worried last week when they nearly lost and finally scored in the last moments against Victory. But this is a lot better state to be in when you're going into the halftime sheds at 3-1. Lincoln under pressure. Taranto's first to it. Here's a look at Legazzo strike on the goal. Missed that one. Came back to score in the second try. Otto. Speckmeyer. Able to shut it down. De Harkers finds Taranto in the front. Adriana Taranto is one of the most exciting players to watch on this Western United side. Her footwork on every small touch.
Be ready,
Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on Holly McNamara as well as she puts the pressure on the defence. Again, she's called to step away. That one probably a little too physical. Sliding tackle by McKenna.
Half and half, Vinny! Slide, Holly! Don't let the centre back!
As the crowd noise rises, the pressure rises, Western United looking to get back in this game. They have never lost a game to Melbourne City in their entire existence in the A-League since 2022. It's been draws or wins for Western United. Taranto spins, sends it to DeHarkis. DeHarkis from distance and tipped over by Mires. That was a great strike on target and a great save with the left hand. Fingertip save. Nevertheless, DeHarkis has put her team in a position to score with this corner kick. Chance to get one back. 3 corners each so far. Taranto just trying to deal with the corner flag, which is flying the wrong way in the wind. Here's the cross to the back post, to the head, and to the gloves of Mires. What a save. The Spanish goalkeeper really making her presence felt. What shot stopping. Grove is going to take it back into the danger zone. Bosch and Apostolakis send one over the top. United look to go through the middle. Taranto turns the Jets on. Finds her sister, Adriana Taranto. Apparently a little too far ahead, called offside. Unfortunate one there as Mel and Adriana look to link up and tee up a goal opportunity. Clearance from City. Stolen away by DeHarkis. She can go forwards now. A chance for Johnson. Johnson got to beat Otto, couldn't. Really great defense by the last line from Melbourne City. This gives them another corner kick. Into the final minute of regulation time. Grace Ma's going to step up to take this one. Now, she scored an Olympico from this very position 2 weeks ago. Will she do it again? The vice-captain curling a little too far. Couldn't find a head. Taranto chases it down, can't keep it in. So 3 minutes of additional injury time will be added to this half. 3 minutes for Western United to get one back. Claw back into this game before heading into the halftime break. I'm sure Kat Smith would love that. McNamara harangued by 3 green shirts. And it's hoofed away by Stott. DeHarkis goes all the way back to the keeper, Lincoln. Pressure coming from Policina. Medwin looks to play it on quickly. Can't connect with Johnson.
Alexia, square off more, square off more.
Garzo putting the pressure on Mures, who's in no hurry to get rid of this. Ma. Into the middle for Taranto. Taranto can bring it down. Can she control it? Not that time, and she goes down clutching her left leg. She looks to be okay, and play goes on. Lagazzo. Nice sliding tackle by Bosch. Taranto tripped over. Holly McNamara has come back to help out. Time ticking down for Western United. So that will do it for the first half. And a thriller at that. Holly McNamara with a hat trick already. And former Matilda, Chloe Lagazzo, the other end of the park. She got on the scoreboard. The Melbourne rivalry continues here at Control Cyber Park, and the pressure now falls to Kat Smith and her side to get back into this game. 2 goals down at halftime as Chloe Lincoln, Matilda's goalkeeper, walks off after an impressive shift for 45 minutes. Halftime here at Control Cyber pitch. Melbourne City 3, Western United 1. Let's take a look at the highlights from a very busy first half. It was quickly a must-watch situation as Holly McNamara got out into space behind the defence. And you know exactly what happens then. First shot, unsuccessful. Second shot, put away. And the assist there by Policina was absolutely crucial, putting her into space. Chloe Lincoln, of course, her Matilda's teammate. Those two will be playing off against each other, with each other, in training in just a couple of weeks over in the US, so they better get used to this kind of situation. I'm sure Chloe Lincoln is going to face that again and again with Holly McNamara recalled to the Matildas as well. This one set up by Lourdes Bosch. Incredible assist. Holly Mac almost got onto the scoreboard once more. That time Chloe Lincoln learned from the earlier. Closed down the space really well, just at the right moment, and received assistance from Julia Sardo. And Chloe Lagazzo at the other end of the pitch did this, something that someone with so much Matilda's experience can do. Threaded it into the bottom left corner. Silky smooth with so much power. Speaking of silky smooth, up the other end, this one moved by Bosch to put McNamara on the scoreboard for a second time. She just had to tip it in, but right place, right time is part of Holly McNamara's strength and power. Lourdes Bosch with the silky skills to set up the second goal of the game. And then, well, you know what's automatic? Holly McNamara, when she's in space, it's just a matter of time. Ended up in the net once more, chipping over the top with Chloe Lincoln, who got caught off her line. And there was the hat trick. To the thrill of Melbourne City fans, Holly McNamara, if you didn't think she was back, if you had any doubt at all, she's well and truly back. She's back into the Matildas as of this week and back on the scoreboard with a hat trick today. Possession fairly even. Western United had most of the momentum, and it was incredible how City were able to score against the run of play. Shots on target very even, but shots 15 the way of Western United, really. So an even match, but a fascinating one as two Matildas go head-to-head. Holly McNamara getting the better of her goalkeeper, Chloe Lincoln, right now. But that is not to say what will happen in the second half. Stay with us. Second half will be coming right up.
It's great to have your company here at the Control Cyber Campus here at the City Football Academy in Melbourne. We appreciate you heading out on Wednesday night. This will be week 4, of course, for the first half. That is from your Melbourne City, currently leading Western United 3-1. I tell you what, it's been a big week around City at the moment, so we thought we'd run you through some news if you've missed it. What a month for our very own Letitia McKenna. She is up for the A-League Women's Player of the Month. The Chad, if you want to see Letitia McKenna win the Player of the Match in the A-League Women in January, all you have to do is jump online to aleagues.com.au. You can find all the links there to vote for our very own Tish. I know she gets the recognition she deserves after an awesome few months so far. A great season as well in the A-League Women to date. Of course, Alexia Apostolakis is also up for an award. She's been nominated for the PFA Player of the Match. So fingers crossed, we get 2 from 2 in terms of recognising the efforts of 2 of our incredible players, Tish and Alexia, both up for huge awards in the month of January. But of course, it has been a massive week at your Melbourne City so far. No bigger than the return of Holly McNamara to the Matildas squad. Can you please put your hands together? Not only has it been an awesome first half from Holly Mac so far, Holly has been selected for the upcoming Leagues Cup later this month. She will be back in the green and gold representing the Australian Matildas at the Leagues Cup when they head over to the United States a little later this month. So congratulations to Tish, Alexia and Holly. Some massive achievements so far this week. It's great to have your company here on this Wednesday night. We are taking on Western United at the moment. 3-1 up at half time. There's still plenty to come.
It's half-time at Control Cyber Pitch in Melbourne, where Melbourne City are 3-1 up against Western United. Been a thrilling match so far. And yesterday, the Matilda squad for the upcoming She Believes Cup was announced by interim coach Tom Samani. Now, the Matildas will face USA, Japan and Colombia in tournament play in the United States. Here's what our Dub Zone panel had to say about the squad.
There was the Matilda squad. Probably one big surprise there, Teo.
Well, the biggest good surprise, I would say, is the explosion of Lainey Fryer out of our very own Ninja A-League into the Matildas. I know that Sister Shan is out with ankle surgery and potentially in a race against time to even return for the Brisbane Roar this season. It's always a shame to miss a Matildas squad, but Lainey Fryer announcing herself with those 2 hat-tricks and 7 goals in 3 games, still equal leader of the Golden Boot, an amazing addition to this squad.
Absolutely, and then also you see those standby players there too. Mackenzie, I'd love to get your view on this. 6 Ninja A-League stars in the Matildas. So important for players in this league to be able to see themselves at the top, or players that are coming through to be able to see players come through this league and find themselves in that Matildas squad. You will have played against and with a couple of these players. What is it, the difference in the jump between what we're doing here in Australia and what we're seeing overseas and getting into the Matildas squad?
Yeah, I think it's really good for the league and really good for the Matildas. Obviously, they're in a new cycle coming up, so players, like that are coming through the league, like Lani Fryer, it's so good for them to get a call up and experience that international level. Obviously, you have a lot of the Matildas playing in the WSL, which is the best league in the world. So it is really good to have bleed them in. I think at this point in the new cycle. So yeah, I think it's really good.
You will have played against a player like Tash Pryor, for example. What is that like? Because she's quite domineering, very good in the air, and has so much confidence for a player who's been around the league for a long time. But due to injury, we hadn't seen that much of her, and she's come into the Matildas squad. Looks like she belongs there forever. What's it like playing against her? Because we should match up against you.
Yeah, I've known Tash for a while now. She played at Sydney for us for a year, so I've played with her for a while. I mean, she's always, had quality Tash. She's had a few years out through injury, but yeah, I've played against her now a fair bit for the Jets. And yeah, I mean, she's done well, and it's really good to see players, like I said, come in through the A-League. So yeah.
The interesting thing about Pryor is once you pull on that golden fleece and you become a Matilda, everyone now knows your name. You become national property. And it feels ridiculous as someone who covers the league week in, week out, sitting next to someone who plays in the league week in, week out, to say that Tash Pryor is some sort of best-kept secret. But do you feel as though, like, the wider Australian sporting landscape got the, now we see it moment when Tash Pryor actually got to play for the Matildas? Because this is someone who was as far back as the 2017-18 season. I think not just me, but a lot of coaches, a lot of people were thinking, yeah, she's a potential Matilda. And yet it's taken until 2024, and now we're into 2025, for that to finally happen, and kind of all of those things that could have been tapped into are now being tapped into.
Yeah, I think it's for a lot of players. Like, sometimes it's the right time, or it's just, could take a few injuries, and then, someone just gets called in. I remember Claire Wheeler as well. She was having a few phenomenal seasons at Sydney, and then came into Matildas through injury. So yeah, I think it's just about timing, to be honest. So with every player that goes in.
It is so exciting to see 6 Ninja A-League players plus 2 reserves in Leah Davidson and Grace Kuilami Lamu heading to America for the She Believes Cup. The tournament runs from February 17 to 27. Don't miss it. It's half-time here at Control Cyber Pitch, and we will be back with the second half action right after this.
Getting ready for the start of the second half. Could you please make welcome back onto the pitch, Westwood United. Another big 45 minutes on its way here as we look to extend our run at the top of the Ninja A-League Women's table. Can you please make some noise and welcome back out for the start of the second half with the girls in City Blue, your Melbourne City.
Welcome back to Control Cyber Park, where if you've just joined us, it has been the Holly Mac show. Melbourne City up 3-1 against Western United, with Holly McNamara scoring every single one of those 3 goals for the women in blue. This was the first, almost saved by Chloe Lincoln, her Matilda's goalkeeper. But Holly McNamara, well, when she's in front of goal, it's almost automatic. She's received some great assists from her teammates, including that one from Lourdes Bosch, and this one from Policina to put her out in space. You thought she wouldn't be able to do it thrice, but she can do it from every angle and every part of the pitch. Holly McNamara with a hat-trick in the first half to set us off into the second half, up 2 for her side at home. Looks like a little bit of breeze, and Holly McNamara just testing out her weather capabilities as well. Looks like they'll be running into the wind, Melbourne City, for the second half. Rebecca Durkow, our referee, is going to get us underway, and does so. Second half at Control Cyber pitch for round 20 of the Ninja A-League. It's Melbourne City up 3 against Western United 1, as Melina Mires and Chloe Lincoln go end-to-end, goalkeeper to goalkeeper. Now, if you are just joining us, there's a lot of history between these two sides. Melbourne City have never won a game against Western United. Their position now is unheard of. In fact, Western United are a bit of a bogey team, this Melbourne City side. Since their inception in the A-League in 2022, Western United have either won or drawn every situation. Holly McNamara there with a worrying clash, just goes down and clutches at a knee, which you always worry about. She's probably overthinking it, as you tend to risk doing when you come back from ACL, but we just know her history with 3 ACLs, and you can't help but think of it. I'm sure that goes through her mind every time as well, as Stott sends one in to try and find a teammate. Taranto steals it away for Lagazzo. Lagazzo scoring the first goal for Western United, their only goal so far. It's been a Matilda's show today. Lagazzo and McNamara on the scoreboard. Of course, Lagazzo not listed in that She Believes Cup squad list, but in and out with injuries at the moment, and has been a crucial part of the Matildas squad over the years. Certainly a crucial part of this Western United squad. Rossbakken, that was surely out, says the crowd. I'm just keeping an eye on Holly McNamara in the corner of the screen. She was limping a little on the knee and worrying, I think. Chloe Lagazzo for Western United tries to keep it in. She's making some signals to the bench. We will keep an eye on her as that continues to unfold. Stott launches into the center of the park. Taranto and Egersvik trying to set something up. Egersvik working against Hughes. Sasha Grove down the sideline to Adriana Taranto. Taranto against Apostolakis, plenty of contact, almost holding hands for that entire little situation. Adriana Taranto not happy with the call either. It looked like she was getting as good as she was giving, in fact. And that was a really 50-50 decision. Apostolakis wins it for City in the end. Adriana Taranto gets a second chance and receives a little jumper pull from Apostolakis. Nonetheless, play goes on. DeHarkis sets up Mel Taranto. Now Lagazzo back to Johnson. Can't get it in. Medwin's going to try to recollect on the right side. Sardo out to Taranto. Mel Taranto just keeps it in. Nice footwork. Back out to Sardo. Shoots from distance and shot away by Stott. Taranto over the top and gets the back netting. Adriana Taranto a little frustrated by the whole exchange with Apostolakis. There's a battle ensuing between those two. Alexia Apostolakis, the young Matildas defender, a real star in the back line, also has 2 goals on the scoreboard for her side. McNamara back into the fray, looks to be okay, was clutching the knee earlier, but running with confidence. Chloe Lincoln, powerful boot on her. Taranto nearly wins it away from McKenna. Medwin tries to take it forwards, wins the throw in for Western United. Sato's going to take it. Oh, just loses the grip on it there. Slipped. Just given a second chance.
He's not here. He's not here.
It looks like they're inspecting the pitch. There is a wet patch, possibly where a sprinkler might be coming up in the middle of the park. A circular, slippery area, we're told, which can be dangerous for sure.
Coach, thank you, appreciate it.
Running repairs, and there's the groundsman. He's been putting in a power of work from his buggy there on the side, and now he's called into action on the park. And they'll take a little drinks break as our groundsman comes in with some kind of repairs, and we'll take another look at Holly Mack's hat trick, because why wouldn't you? We could watch this all day. First one was a 2-time attempt, the second one being successful into the bottom left corner. And Lagazzo's as well. Lagazzo's shot from distance, that was incredible. Got the crowd inspired, and there was a lot of momentum going for Western United when this came against the run of play. Lourdes Bosch set up Holly Mack in the perfect place, right time. But I think our favourite place to see her is out in space one-on-one with the keeper, and she just executes superbly, does Holly Mack. The finger-pointing celebration is one of my favourites as well. I cannot wait to watch her play in the She Believes Cup. There's the other goal scorer, Lagazzo. And there's a bit of instruction coming. Both teams now on the same team to try to repair this pitch. We're all friends when it comes to repairs of the playing surface. Rebecca Durkow gives a little smile. I think the groundsman has been sent away. He's done his job. Back to the golf buggy. Maybe earned himself another ice block. Well done. Grab another Zupa Duper from the Esky, and play continues. So Western United looking to get back in this game. Have never lost a game to City. City on the other side are looking to extend their unbeaten streak. And here comes Holly McNamara in space once more. She serves it off to her teammate, Policina. Lined it up, couldn't get through the defense. You almost thought Holly Mack was a little too unselfish there. She needs to be selfish. So clutch in those situations. She had a one-on-one opportunity. I think maybe just overthought it. Johnson up the other end. Lagazzo couldn't take it in stride. McKenna will go back to Mires. Over the top, intercepted. DeHarkes. Lagazzo to set up DeHarkes. She's going to have a pings, go straight into Stott, and the reinforcements come for the women in blue. Lagazzo now on the right foot, curling off the crossbar. That went every which way and not quite into the net. What a strike. It curled left and then sliced back to the right. I don't know exactly how you execute something like that. Only a player of the skill of Chloe Lagazzo can do that. That's incredible. Maybe the wind helped as well. Difficult one to save, for sure, putting Melina Mires under a lot of pressure. And you can see Mires' pressure. She's been under 20 clearances for City, compared to just 8 for Western United. Medwin hasn't had too many opportunities in front of goals yet. Medwin looked to get her into the game. She had such impact coming off the bench last week. Today starting. Egersvik couldn't collect it. Polisina goes to ground against Grace Marr. Nevertheless, play goes on. Western United in control now at the back. Lofted forward for Taranto. Adriana Taranto. Now Mel Taranto. Speckmeyer's interrupted. The Harkers will go back to Lincoln. Grossbakken, McNamara, got to beat Sardo. She's going to use her pace now. McNamara crossing in front of the goal, and Lincoln collects it. I'm not sure what is troubling McNamara at the moment, but certainly in the second half, she's looked a little different. This cross just didn't have the power she'd usually have on it. Now she's on the ground stretching. You do wonder if this spell of games with 3 in the space of just over a week is taking its toll on Holly McNamara. She'll probably be substituted. Looks like they are preparing to do that as Briley Henry is going to come on. Yep, so Holly McNamara, number 9, is coming off as she stretches out what looks to be some kind of cramp. All in a day's work. 3 goals in the first half. And she's given a spell. Briley Henry will come on. Of course, Briley Henry has played in the Matildas, and so was sidelined due to a concussion. And there's the goals again from Holly McNamara. This was the second set up by Lourdes Bosch. Not much Chloe Lincoln could do about that. And Polisina, just knowing her teammates so well, lofting it in front of Holly Mack so she could collect it in stride and on the right boot. And back into play here at control side of pitch. Henry is on, McNamara is off. City looking to go another on the scoreboard. Nice curling ball from McKenna. Crossing across the face of goal. Polisina nearly got a touch on it as Apostolakis came up the pitch to get involved in the scoring. Lincoln, clearance. Couldn't deal with it. Here comes City again. Polisina gets behind and gets it into the bottom netting. Rihanna Polisina makes it 4 for Melbourne City. And that is not what we want to see. That is not good news. Melissa Taranto is on the pitch, on the ground, with her face in her hands. There's a look at the goal, which should be celebrated Lovely little touch across the body from Speckmeyer to set up Polisina. But while that is occurring, Melissa Taranto is on the turf. Now, both sisters, congratulations to Polisina for the goal. Both sisters of the Taranto name have torn ACLs in the past. Of course, Adriana only just returned from hers. Mel, with a strapped left knee, is worried. And that looks to be the ACL test. They call it the pivot shift test. You move the lower half of the leg against the upper half, and it responds. If there is an ACL intact, you would get a bounce back feeling. As the physios work on Melissa Taranto. Let's take a look at how she went down. It was a almost non-contact injury. She was tangled up, but landing on the 1 foot. An awkward landing. She's going to walk off of her own accord. You hope that means she's okay, but of course ACL injuries are tricky, and we hate to say it, but you know, we've got to be safe. And in players that have previously done knees, usually abundance of caution is the way forward. So she will come off by the looks of things. It's a good sign to see her walking off her own power. So there we go, Melissa Taranto coming off and Mihocic coming on, as well as Adriana Taranto off. Sorry, Medwin off, number 5. And number 7, Chiara Di Domizio on. Now, Di Domizio, the impact player, often comes on very late in the game and scores. And last time when they played against Sydney in December, she came on within 20 seconds, scored off a corner. She scored against Western Sydney Wanderers last week. Scored in the 79th minute off the bench. So Di Domizio is the one you bring on when you're a couple of goals down and you need to get scoring. Let's see if it works. Western United bringing in reinforcements. Lagazzo can't control that. Sato. City will go backwards. Oh, it's interrupted. Lagazzo to cross. Now she'll go herself. Toes it in behind the defence. No one there to collect it for Western United. Eggersvik sends it forward. Off the bench. Nearly. Grove. Ibarguen. First touches off the bench. Oh, just can't collect it on the ground alongside Apostolakis. Hoofed over the top. A chance for a header, and that's gone too far. So there's confirmation. Ibarguen comes on as Adriana Taranto comes off. Both Tarantos coming off. And you'd think that's probably a smart move, given the amount of games they have to play. Load management, especially for players returning from injury, is so crucial. Mihocic and Ibarguen come on. And Di Domizio, the impact player, hoping to create something and even up the scoreline, reduce this 3-goal deficit for Western United. Stott goes back to the goalkeeper under pressure, gets away. Clearance for City. Western United going to go back and go over the sideline. Polisena sends one forward, a little out of reach for Briley Henry to get her first touches, but here she is. Got to beat one. Oh, nice touch in by the defender. Sato does really well, steals away, and gets Western United out of a jam. Johnson, lovely touchdown to Lagazzo. Puts it into space for just about anyone to collect, and Mires does. That one a little too long. Possibly collected some wind along the way. Kat Smith finds herself in a difficult spot here. 3 goals down, but Western United are pretty good at coming back late in the game. Says closer, get closer. Told to take it back and take the kick again, says Rebecca Durkow. Lincoln sends it into the middle of the park. Now Michael Matriciani a lot happier with the situation he is in compared to last week. Against Victory, they were 1 goal down until the final moments of the game, and it was a stressful spot. Of course, they are looking to extend the unbeaten streak. 17 games so far, if you include Ninja A-League and AFC Women's Champions League. And if they go to 18 today, it would equal a club record of unbeaten games. So Melbourne City looking to do something historic here. Polisena.
Come. Good idea, Male, good idea.
Gets a clap from the coach, right idea.
Just half and half, mini half and half.
Good Lord! Not too much!
Speckmeyer gets to it first. She'll get the throw in. Nicely set up by Briley Henry. We'll go Western United. My apologies. Collected by Polisena in a dangerous spot. Sends it forward. Speckmeyer can get it and cross it back. And she's called offside, I think. Yes. Nice little build-up play, but just a little too far ahead. Got caught behind the defence there a little too early. Under pressure now, the back line of Western United. You can hear the call there, against the wind now. The wind is going the way of City. So if City are kicking the ball long, it's going to carry. Western United are against the wind. They cannot kick it long in the air. Now there's a controversial call being made and the crowd gets involved too. Ibarguen pulling on the shirt, looked like, for Apostolakis. 5 fouls by Western United, 3 by Melbourne City so far. Got a few fans in the crowd, Apostolakis. It's a great banner. Mires. Polisena goes back to Mires, shoots it over the top. Bosch. Looking for McKenna. McKenna chases it down and Lincoln's gonna clear it. Not out of danger yet though. Speckmeyer can turn. Go against Eggersvik. Taken to ground. Eggersvik. Bosch comes in for reinforcements. And Sasha Grove gets the cheer from the crowd for winning that little battle. Barguin. Oh, wow, taken down late. Definitely a free kick. That one looked like it could have hurt as well. Just going really fast at Barguin. She's got such pace. City finds some space on the left. Back into the midfield. Really nicely created chances there. Little triangles drawn up. Sure, that's straight off the training park. Stott. Western United try to go forward now. They just can't marry up the passes. Julia Sardo is going to go backwards instead. Chloe Lincoln delivers one deep for Di Demizio. She can't collect it. Twice off the bench. Her first touch has been a goal. So keep your eye on Chiara Di Demizio. In terms of impact players, there are no other players who've had quite the impact she has coming on as a substitution. Little collision here with De Harkers. Earns the free. Melbourne City, they want to take it through Policina. Oh, it's dropped to the feet of Briley Henry, who can finish this. She can't there, but maybe the second it will. The second strike falls and the fifth goal goes to the scoreboard in the name of Lourdes Bosch. Well, this was beautifully set up. Briley Henry couldn't finish it, but it's always a second attempt that so often goes in, and Lourdes Bosch was standing right there, ready to pounce. The one-time strike with the left boot. Really well done. Not much Chloe Lincoln can do about that. So Lourdes Bosch puts them 4 goals ahead now, Melbourne City. It is 5-1 at Control Cyber Park. And increasingly, the chances that they will go 18 games unbeaten are looking likely. Melbourne City 5, Western United 1. From the sideline, Matriciani saying we want more goals. Not satisfied with 5. Henry goes up in the air, loses the battle. Western United are going to go forward now. Lagazzo sends it back to De Harkers. Right sideline, Di Demizio shows some of the foot skills that have put her in such crucial positions. Di Demizio over the top and nearly goalward from Johnson's head. There's an argument ensuing. This was such a great delivery from Di Demizio, not only scoring goals, but you can't get much better assist than that. Turned out Mires was in the right place to save it. Just brushed it off the thighs. Another substitution's going to be made here. Looks like Harvey will come on. Policina will come off. And Shelby McMahon, the teenager, will come on.
Coming off, number 17, Mariana Speckmeyer. Should be replaced by number 7, Catherine Harvey.
Speckmeyer off, Harvey on.
Should be replaced by number 12, Shelby McMahon.
So game restarting. Melbourne City up by 4. Now this comes down to goal difference. It might be useful in the end as Melbourne City aggressively attack once more. We heard the call from the coach, Matriciani, saying they want more goals. Now, they came into this match with a plus 14 goal difference, and Western United plus 10. These extra 4 goals are going to put them right up there, and it may be useful later in the season when it comes down to finals. There are the substitutions that have been made, fresh legs coming on. Of course, management, load management, so crucial with 3 games in just over a week. The midweek match causing a little more headaches for the coaching staff and the physio staff. Henry from Melbourne City. Goes around the world, can't beat the defence. Screams for a corner from the Melbourne City bench. It did look like it came off the feet of Julia Sardo, and that would give them a corner, Melbourne City. So, goal difference, I mentioned just earlier, it is Melbourne Victory that have a plus 10 goal difference. Of course, they are second on the ladder, so really it is crucial for Melbourne City to get those extra 4 goals goal difference. They will go equal with the plus 14. They came in at plus 10. Melbourne Victory at plus 14 currently. So this is very handy. A 4 goal difference, or 5 would be absolutely incredible and very useful, says Michael Matriciani. Ross Barkin to throw in. Riley Henry gets tangled up. No call. Western United head out from their back line through Grove. United send one forward to a dangerous area. Johnson on the end of it. Nice touchdown. Johnson can shoot and misses. Gee, that needed just a touch more curl on it. She did all the hard work beating Stott. A left boot strike, always a tricky one to deliver that into the top net. That was a wide open goal on that side. An opportunity missed. Mires delivers it to the center of the park. Oh, Briley Henry, she's onside, called to go. Got to beat one now. Briley Henry, right foot, had an opportunity. Now a chance for McKenna. McKenna through traffic. Back into the blender and given away. Straight to Western United. Otto and Johnson get tangled up on the sideline. And it looks like Melbourne City are trying to make a substitution. TJ Vlanic is warming up. And Stott is coming off. So again, load management probably being thought about now as they have a crucial 4 goal difference. They're looking to equal with second on the table, Melbourne Victory. Stott off, Vlanic on. Fresh legs once more for Melbourne City. City utilising the entire bench now, apart from their goalkeeper, Barbieri. Sardo to throw it in and kickstart things for Western United. Otto. Excuse the language, short little pass gone wrong, and Western United get a chance to go back in. 4 goals down. It is about pride now. Love to claw some back. Sarah Eggersvik is one who can do so. Has been incredible. Played immense minutes. Covered the entire pitch last week. A real workhorse and scored a goal off a corner from Grace Maher. That one sent into the stratosphere by Miocic. TJ Vlanic off the bench. He's going to step up to throw this in. Can't connect with a teammate. Was looking for Hughes. Some wayward passes at the back for Western United, just putting heaps of pressure on the defensive line. Grove. What can she start for her side? Miocic. Lagazzo looks to turn inside. She's always got traffic in front of her. Pushed over, says the referee. Against Apostolakis. Those two have been battling all day. So Grace Maher's going to step up and kick this. Has taken it. Sardo, curling ball, looking for a head. No one quite tall enough for Apostolakis to get there first. Everyone standing flat-footed from Western United as Melbourne City are able to come away with it. They've got to keep it clean here, Western. Briley Henry charging down on Chloe Lincoln. DiDomizio sets up Johnson. Johnson nearly got there, but Apostolakis did some gut running, got there first. It looks like there'll be a corner kick. Johnson did really well. A little 1-2 with DiDomizio in behind Otto. Well, that's the last action Johnson will see as she comes off. Prakash comes on, another impact player, one who creates some incredible assists, Avani Prakash. She comes into the forward line for Western United just as they're about to take a corner kick. Grace Maher. Now we know she can score from here. Grace Maher curls it into the spot, nearly. Prakash gets her first touch and it goes over the goal line. Great delivery. Couldn't get past Ross Barkin, who was the one to send it off again. And Maher will have a second chance. Maher for Western United, tipped over back into a dangerous area from the goalkeeper. Have to deal with it, Western. Melbourne City deal with it instead. Chance to continue this attack up high in the air for Western, can't control it, and that's going to go off the sideline, but still in attack mode here. Grace Maher. Prakash. Couldn't get there. Oh, lovely behind the back work by Bosch. That's the kind of one-time touch that makes her so fun to watch. Mires. Subs are making real hard work for the defensive line for Melbourne City. TJ Vlanic can't get through, but she will get the sideline ball. Otto. Crosses it. Apostolakis. Looking for Bosch. Finds her. Chips over the top again. It's going to go to Chloe Lincoln. Not without pressure from Melbourne City, though. Legazzo not happy with the pressure she's being put under. She gets the ball back anyway and gonna send Di Domizio into space. Di Domizio, what can she conquer? Not towards goal, that one. Just not on that occasion. The angle was too tight for Di Domizio for having a realistic shot at goal, although pretty close. A little more curl, a little less wind. It might have ended up in the net. Someone's on the floor for Western United. Play continues. Briley Henry wants to go quick. Not satisfied with a 4-goal lead. Delivers to McKenna. Henry, McKenna. McKenna takes a strike, and that's got some backspin on it. Western United just couldn't clear it. McKenna taken down, and I think that's what caused the ball to have less power than she would have liked. Bargain. Surrounded by blue shirts. Hostelakis works her way through traffic, though. Hughes. Still City. Forward for Henry. Assistance coming from TJ Vlanic and sends it into a dangerous area. The cross was perfect. It went to Sasha Grove instead of a blue shirt. But here comes McKenna. Swings it over the top. They're not satisfied, this Melbourne City team. Sasha Grove just had to be a little more clinical there as McKenna wanted it more, ended up taking a strike. Fair enough too. We've seen her score from that position plenty. Less than 5 minutes of regulation time. Melbourne City looking to make history or even it with an 18-game unbeaten streak. Legazzo is going to try and get her team back in with some pride. Bargain can't get her foot on it. Sato looks for an option, decides against the first, goes the second. Back into the midfield, and there's so many Melbourne City defenders closing quickly. Incoming on McKenna. She gets rid of it. And that one's offside. Catherine Harvey almost found herself in space and ready to go into the box. Lock 'em in is the call to Melbourne City. McMahon, her first touches at the back against Prakash. Final few minutes of regulation time. Melbourne City undefeated all season. Looking to add another to the tally. It would be 18, and that is the club record so far in the history of Melbourne City. 18 games unbeaten. They will equal it today as the time ticks down. It's about goal difference now. Lincoln. Ma. To Grove. Taps it on. She'll get a free kick here. Maybe even a card. Yes, yellow card shown for Ross Barkin. Carly Ross Barkin with the collision against Sasha Grove, her shin taking a knock. So a free kick here for Western United. A dangerous spot for Melbourne City. Grace Ma. Can she get one back for Pride in this Melbourne rivalry? To claw one back for Western United. Ma delivers into space. Still an opportunity for Di Domizio. She turns to go. Taken off the ball. Eggersvik. Meets the fleet of a blue shirt. That's curling in. And it's curled out in the end. Kicked away by Apostolakis. This was really nice. Almost landed. Apostolakis arriving in the nick of time. It does seem very windy now. 5 minutes of additional injury time added. And the wind plays havoc with the ball. Delivered once more into a dangerous spot, but cleared away. Sasha Grove at the back. 5 minutes to get her team one more goal. This would be the first time ever that Melbourne City have beaten Western United. In the history of Western United, since 2022 when they came into the league, they have never lost a game to Melbourne City. Nearly stepped over Di Domizio. Gets it to Lagazzo. She's got to fight against two. They just surround her as soon as she receives the ball, Lagazzo. Defenders come to her like a magnet. Eggersvik putting in the work and pressure on the back line for Melbourne City. It's hoofed away out of danger for a moment. Sasha Grove wants to turn and go quickly. Back through the middle. And it's stolen away once more by Melbourne City. Rosbakken. McKenna. Chance now again for City. Rosbakken gets ahead of the defence. She's got players in the box. Sends the cross in. Oh no, it's hit the back glute of Western United defender. Nearly had a chance to get rid of it and probably took a little too long on the ball, but they will earn a corner kick. It was Miocic who came in at the nick of time for Western United. 7 corners for Western United, 6 for Melbourne City, and TJ Vlanic will take this one. Halfway through injury time now. This would give them the edge over Melbourne victory in terms of goal difference. Vlanic, curling ball, back post, headed away and over the goal line. Was that over or is it still in? Still in, says Durkow. Rebecca Durkow refereeing, keeps whistle in the pocket. McKenna. She can't quite cross it. They'll have another chance here, Melbourne City, to go one up on goal difference over their rivals, Melbourne Victory. Hughes. Vlanic. Ball in the air, crossing to the hands of Chloe Lincoln, who does really well. She's going to get rid of it quickly to Abagu, and if they have any hope of scoring, they have to go quickly. Nice work by Shelby McMahon, the teen sensation. TJ Vlanic. Sasha Grove, eyes up, looks forward, looked for Legazzo, couldn't connect with her. Apostolakis breaks that down. Taylor Otto with the show and go, back through the centre for City. Vlanic. And looks like City now are gonna try to just retain possession as time ticks down through injury time. 5 minutes have been added. This might be the final attacking foray for Western United. Chance for Legazzo, chested down, Prakash. Prakash forward for a Bargawan, but Mirez gets there. And Mirez is very happy to take her time on the ball here. Well, there it is. Melbourne City have done it. An 18-game unbeaten streak, equaling a club record and reiterating their complete dominance over the Ninja A-League. It was a Holly Mack show. Holly Mack and co, they've sent a message to the competition. They are the team to beat. Western United have never lost against Melbourne City, and today it has happened. So Melbourne City flex their muscles again. They go clear atop the table with 3 more points, extend their lead over Melbourne Victory, and Kat Smith is dealt a blow to her side's rise. Full time here in Control Cyber Park, Melbourne City 5, Western United 1. Well, I mentioned it was the Holly Mack show, and from the very first moments, Holly McNamara was leading the way in goal scoring. This was the first against her Matilda's goalkeeper, just practicing what they'll be practicing in training for the She Believes Cup. First attempt was unsuccessful, second put away, dealt with the kind of clutch precision we expect now from Holly McNamara. The second one was all about the pre-work, but this was for Western United. Chloe Legazzo from way downtown. It's just such a powerful boot. Eyes lit up when she saw goalkeeper off her line and took the opportunity, pounced on it, found the goals with ease. Now Lourdes Bosch set this one up for Holly Mack, who was standing in the right place at the right time, but all the pre-work and the delivery to Holly Mack's feet, really, Lourdes Bosch has to be praised for all of that. A team goal, a team celebration, and another team goal here for Holly McNamara. Policina with the assist, with the finish. Just classic Holly Mack. That dealt her the hat trick, and it was all before half-time. Melbourne City found themselves 3-1 up at the half. Holly Mack, so clinical in front of goal. We can't wait to watch her in the Matildas in America. She did a power of work, came off, and Henry came on, but the goals didn't end there. 2 more came as Melbourne City just put their foot down. Policina scored the first of those 2 with a nice assist by Speckmeyer. Got Chloe Lincoln off her line once more. Mini Policina uses the Holly Mack celebration. This one was just relentless pressure on the goals. They were unsatisfied with 4. They wanted 5, and they got them through Lourdes Bosch. So that's how it went down, and what an electric match for Wednesday night football here in the Ninja A-League. Possession very evenly weighted. Western United with plenty of shots on target, but Melina Mirez did really well in saving a lot of those. Melbourne City had more shots on target, and in the end, that's what was crucial. 7 shots on target and 5 goals from them.
CMB!
Well, it was City on 3, McNamara on 3 with a hat trick in the first half. They ended up with 5, and then